Okay, Grandpa. What was school like for you growing up?
Like most of the people that will talk was challenging because of the language.
I felt like I was in another planet. And the reason why is because I didn't understand the people talking to me because I was brought from Mexico and it was pretty hard.
I didn't speak English at all when I first got here. And from first grade all the way back to sixth grade, I had a hard time. They couldn't teach me nothing. So I started working when I was in sixth grade with my brother.
I ended up going to a school that there was nobody that spoke Spanish. And the closest it came was some teacher that taught Spanish, but she didn't really.
So it was kind of like, the teachers used to tell me, lay down, take a nap. I was really confused because I felt like I was in a Mars, Jupiter, or whatever. But it was, I hated school.
Girls, and I was very self-conscious because of my English. And I started school with my nephew, Mike. And so we were both in the same school. Mike is about 6 months younger than I am. And so these girls were asking me, how was I related to Mike? And I said I was his uncle. So everybody cracked up and made fun of me. And I mean, they probably were not making fun of me, they just thought it was funny.
My first phrase was, I don't know speak English. And that's it.
You went there, like I go to high school.
So you learned, so then it was like adult education, high school.
Yeah, that's why I had 3 years of education, like going to college for high school.
Then in those days, the parents would be on the teacher's side. They never stuck up for us. We had to be very respectful and hardworking. And that's all our parents saw at that time.
But it was a very, very good start because the teachers were excellent. They didn't have the experience of, teaching someone coming from Mexico, but they tried everything. They did the best they could.
When you graduated school, what did you do?
I worked in a pharmacy. Then after that, I went to training school because I went to Revlon, Wax Factor, Almay, and they trained me about hair coloring and cosmetics. And then from there, I got married. And then after I had the kids, I quit the pharmacy and I worked for the school.
College, Foothill College, and San Jose State. By that, I already had a job going with semiconductor industry, and continued going to school because it was the thing to do, and I had to do it. But it was challenging because full-time work, children, and so on. But managed to get out, graduate from Foothill with a AA and San Jose State.
And I was cooking at night, and I was working 48 hours a week, so I never had time to do anything. So when I got out of school, I got out of that, went into construction, and I started making pretty good money. And then for a while, and then I got married, and I had 3 beautiful kids and 6 beautiful grandkids.
No, I quit I think I was a senior.
Okay.
My last 2 weeks.
Okay. And so when you left school, what did you do?
I got into the construction, which is roofing. I've been roofing I had already started roofing because of my brother-in-law, and I did that. I became a roofing contractor.
What does it mean for your kids and grandkids to be able to have an education?
There's a word that I keep thinking about that is ignorance, and ignorance is such a bad word because nobody wants to be called ignorant. But if you think about what it really means, and I looked it up, it is the lack of knowledge and lack of experience and that kind of thing. it doesn't really mean that you're a bad person or whatever. You're just lacking knowledge. And to me, that is the worst state of being, to be ignorant, in the sense of misinformed, lack of knowledge. So the education is the one that takes care of that, and you never get enough of it because there's always something more.
Well, the main thing for them is to finish high school, and for them to know how to read and write and all that, and then for them to make a decision on their own whether they want to go to college or whether or not.
Like I said, in Mexico, you don't have to go to school. And here, they make you go to school until a certain age, and then they give you that opportunity. And for us not to take it, that's crazy.
What does it mean to you guys, for your kids and grandkids, to be able to have an education?
Proud, very proud and happy that they could get an education. We couldn't do it because our parents were senior citizens. They couldn't afford college, and it was rough for us, but we wanted our kids to go to college and go to school and get a good education. My mom always said, education is important. I never knew what she meant until I started working at a school, and then I realized, wow, it is important for them to get ahead.
Your grandkids to have an education. What does that
It's
mean?
everything to have an education. Nowadays, you gotta have some kind of everybody's asking for a college degree or some kind of a proof that you went to school, and that's very important now. I think that if I would have had the schooling, it probably would have been a lot better, a lot easier, financially and mentally and everything.
The idea, besides getting together, having a couple of beers, and having fun, was to promote education. And education in the sense, again, to fight the ignorance and help us be successful. To me, success is gaining the knowledge to fight